Eh, Okay. Okay, hi guys. This is part 5 of our Dharaa legal app, wherein we are trying to create or streamline the process of creation of legal agreements through an app, so that we could make an agreement in just 3 to 4 minutes, send it for execution or review, or we can send it for app signing to the other person. I think in this part, I just want to focus on the completion of the application, um, wherein we complete the app from the AI standpoint and some of the UI that I've been changing of the app. And then I want to complete the web part of the application so that I can start writing online about the app that I'm building and get some waitlist around it, or the people who want to be part of the beta program when I start putting this app as beta. So in this part, I will try to make the website. I think for website, I will just one shot it. I don't want to make a crazy website early on, but that's the idea, that I create the waitlist website or some information about what I have been doing, so that I get some beta users to early on. And second, I will be completing the app part of the application with the backend, and I will also show you what I've been working on and what I've been changing. Okay, going to the application part. So uh, let's restart the app. Okay, so this is the application that I have little bit changed. Now we will have certain sections like create, sorry, my documents, or we will have the one more section, which is the parties that you are working with currently. This is also captured by AI. But if you want to see that, okay, these are the parties, or these are the persons you executed a contract with, uh, that is something it will show up here. Otherwise, we have the documents that you are currently working on will be listed here. So this is the I can make this a little bit better. I think this is still a little uh, it is not that great on a UI side, but I think this can be changed easily. But few things I want to work on in the complete is the AI part, and also on the home screen. I am not sure that what should I show on the home screen. Otherwise, we have this one profile screen, which I will most likely, sorry. This profile screen is something I will most likely change a little bit here. I don't think we need these much options on the profile screen, and I don't think we have an option to go back from here. Yeah, so these things I have to change. Then we have the recent document that will show up here, that you are working on currently. I think quick actions is fine. I think this section can change this part uh, to make it more easier. Otherwise, we have this one button which will open up the um, AI assistant. Now, in the AI assistant part, I have changed a lot of things to make it really easy. One second. Uh, Okay, I don't know why it's showing. I don't want to show the actual keyboard. Okay, it's fine. Um, yeah. So basically, in this area, I have changed a lot of things on how the application should ideally work, or the AI assistant should ideally work. If I say hello and I say hello here, let me check if this is working. Yeah, so I'm Dhara. I help you draft and review simple contracts. So I don't know why this simple. 1 minute, guys. This is there. Okay. And so, what do you like to help me today? Create an NDA. Create a NDA. So it checked that if you have any NDA in the draft stage, and then it is fetching information. And now, if you see that, I'll wait for my selection. Why didn't it? Yeah. So if you see here, it automatically asked me the receiving party, pick your friend from your saved contacts or create a new one. Uh, so in here, I can select one of the parties that you want to have the um, agreement with, or I can add a new one, which is like individual partnership, trust, or whatever it is. And that you select whether it's me or there's a separate party, and then you fill the information, and then it will be added to the list. So you can select anything. So I selected the party, and so basically the AI agent knows. So it will say that, okay, set as zero, what should be the effective date. So let's say it's today. I have increased the reasoning effort. I think that is why it's little slow. I should have not done that. Okay. Is a receiving body and the effective date will be today. Quick question: how long should the NDA last? 1 year. I will draft the 1 day ND with you as alone. Propose short purpose discussion of Mohit Garg's mobile app and related materials. Is that accurate, or would you like to change the purpose? Yes, this is accurate, supposedly. All set for one-way NDA. You, Mohit Garg, as a disclosing party, Deepthi Goyal as a receiving party. Effective date 1 year. Purpose discussion of this. One quick detail: which governing law and city should I apply if there is a dispute? Okay, Delhi, India. So basically, the AI agent is making sure that we cover everything. If so, for NDA would be different. Um, for service agreement, it will be different. For rent agreement, it will be different. or for an employment contract, it will be different things. Now it has started executing the actual creation of the contract. Okay. Uh, so it's a disclosing party. Please choose Mohit Garfane. I will continue as you select it. Okay. It automatically disclosing. You select the disclosing party. That is me. That is, it is taking the confirmation that it is you actually who is disclosing it, or it's someone else. Um yeah. So now, if you see that it has start executing the contract, and it would have triggered the uh, document creation. And I think, yeah, so if you see now, the document has been created and you see the final document, wherein you can see that you have different clauses, different sections to it, which you can obviously edit. You can edit the full text, or you quick edit few things. Supposedly, if I, this is the effective date and duration, which is in force for a period of 1 year. If I say that this is 1 month, and I do a save, um, this should ideally change. Okay. I think it's not picking up the change, but I will check this. Uh, did I did this? Yeah. So if you see that it has gone to 1 month, I think I need to just check the state. That is how you can change the contract if you want to do it manually, or you can just click on this and you can go to overview the different clauses or the different sections of the contract that was done by the AI. And now the contract creation part is done. You can obviously change this as per your liking. um, the code guy, do you mean by the legal apps? What do you mean by the legal app? Is it related to laws? Yeah, so basically, um, I don't say legal app, it would be legal contract execution app, wherein the AI, based on the knowledge that I provide of all the legal, I would say, legal acts and the provisions that it has, and also um the skills and other things that I am defining for the AI. So it, what it does is it gets the context of the user and what it needs to kind of a laws it want to kind of a contract it wants to execute, and it does the compilation of an agreement based on the requirement. Laws, there's a lot of laws. There's a contract act, then there are income tax act, there are various other acts as well, like the major ones, not a lot of ones. uh अभी छोटी वाली हो गई, thank you. So code guy, basically, Indian contract act, then you have some other acts which are applicable in a general scenarios, not really taxes, general laws. And then and I have given it a repository of the clauses that are applicable. Like if I click on this, which the AI created as a agreement, so it has a lot of clauses in its repository. Based on the context that you provide and the information you provide, it changes the clause, or it picks the right clauses for your case, and it compile it, and um, so it compiles it and it creates the agreement for you. Now the next thing will be that once the agreement is created, that you send it to the other person for signing purposes through Aadhaar based OTP signing. और lawyers वाले ये in general everything. So basically legal enforceable laws, code guy. Legal enforceable laws like NDA, service agreements, or general vendor service transport agreements, something of that sort. Easy rent agreement, basically. Freelance agreement, work agreement, something of that. So project agreement. Why is your screen so small, man? I cannot see anything. Sorry. Which screen? This entire screen or this app mobile screen? Or I can increase this in general also. I think VS Code should be visible now. Yeah, text so small. Hmm. So basically, I'm working on a white screen. If I change this to like this, it would be better for you guys, but I have to change few things. Yes, clear. Okay. One minute. Mm, okay, I will do this later. I need to then change the change my screen a bit. No, I'm using Flutter. Yeah. Now it should be better, ideally. Hmm. Okay, so I will then always increase the resolution. No, so decrease the resolution of the screen so that you guys can see it better. Cool. Yeah, so it's Flutter. So this is the idea basically. Then in the document section, these were the updated 3 minutes ago. This was the agreement that was created. Uh, and then you will have this entire screen that you can check the clauses. If you want to change this, then you can just do edit text and you pick what you want to change. Like I want to change this entire text, and you can change that. A law learning AI app. Nice. It's not a law learning app. There's nothing law learning in this. It won't tell you anything about law. uh, so once this is done, next thing I have to integrate is the signing of the app. um, Signing of the agreement. That's the next part I need to work on. Um And then you have this parties section, the parties that you are executing contract with. So basically this is the overall idea. I think 60-70% the app is done. Or one thing we can also do is let's say new document, and let's say one thing I can change is okay. One thing I can also do is can you create a service agreement? The thing is, there is I can help with a quick question to start. Will you be the service provider or the client is in this agreement? I will default to service provider if you don't say so. So I am the service provider. Basically, this app or AI will make the agreement process really easy, and then you can send it. So basically, you select the service provider. In this case, I am the one. The reason why it is showing the screen for selections because a person could have multiple, like it could have multiple companies or it could be himself. So that is why it always asks for the actual party that you're going to have a contract with, like or the two parties that you will have contract with. So I open the client selector. I will wait for your choice. I think there's some delay in between. The client is Deepthi Goyal. I will check the delay part. I think I know why this is the delay. So the app is basically orchestrating entire thing for you. Got it? I have you as a service provider. One quick question: please describe the services you will provide in 1 to 2 sentences. This comes the scope of services. Yeah. So let's say that I will design and develop the Flutter mobile app for food delivery, including UI and backend with up to 4 revisions. Okay, and so basically the AI will understand that the kind of services you are providing to the client, and then it will ask further more questions. How you will be paid, fixed price, hourly, milestone. I will pay it hourly, pay per hour worked. Which city should govern this agreement? Which sets this example. Let's say Mumbai. Sorry. Yeah, so now it has starting drafting the contract. Okay, yeah. So there's a service agreement between Mohit Garg and Deepthi Goyal. Scope of services, payment terms, termination consequences, intellectual property independent contractor, governing law and dispute resolution, general provision, and then it's the signatures. So the agreement is created automatically and it will be available for then signing and sending for signing, and then the other person and you can do an OTP, sorry, Aadhaar based signature on the agreement and it will work fine. So done. I've created the quick note. I'm an assistant non-lawyer for important deals. Consider asking a qualifier to review the event before you sign. Question by time. Would you like me to add any extra protections to this draft? For example, subcontracting position permission, a limitation of liability, professional indemnity insurance, or data protection obligations. These are the things that was not included, but if you want, the AI is asking if you want to add those, or I can just ask it that what happens when the client doesn't give me money. You can ask it general questions around the agreement, and the AI will try to either tell you that this is what will happen, or it will add more provisions slash clauses in the agreement which you feel should be there. So it will check the agreement and it will give you a reply. I think there's streaming. I think there's a streaming error. I will check this. Short answer: you can both take practical steps right away and build contracts protection. So non-payment is easier to stop and recover. Below is what typical happens and what you can put in the agreement to protect yourselves. Okay, one minute. What to do immediately if a client doesn't pay? Send a polite reminder. Tell common contract protections. What to include in the agreement? Late three, suspension of services, retention of IP, termination of non payment, collection, acceleration, sensible defaults. I can add to your draft 14 days interest, quick practical note about enforcement. I think I should tell it to keep responses short, because this is again quite a lot it has given. Would you like to add a non-payment remedies clause to define using the defense? Yes, add those uh, add those in our contract. Hmm. One thing I have to check is the streaming part. I think the streaming of text is not working somehow. So I will check that after this. Okay, so it has changed the contract. I've done the non-payment remedies clause and updated draft. I showed you the agreement, so you can make the exact review the exact wording. Next step, would you like me to pick one? Keep the 20% retainer as non-refundable, or make the retainer refundable if the client cancels before work starts, or remove the retainer entirely and leave the other protections list. I did retainer, I leave the other protections in place. Just fine, I think. Termination consequences. So 15 days, any invoice outstanding or another shall be paid in accordance. Refund 30 days. Return of material. Payment terms. And hourly rate. 15 days. Scope and deliverable. Termination consequences. Collateral property. Non-payment suspension. The client shall pay a refundable or equal to deposit SFA on the current contract overdue amount if the client fails to pay any undisputed amount when due such or the maximum notice, cure and suspension. Termination for non-payment and accrued charge. The client has not paid all overdue amounts in 30 days after this. On termination for non-payment, the service will pay this. I think this is good enough. Uh, So basically, the app will automatically add the provisions or the different text that covers you. Okay, so the retainer is making sure that it's not refundable, and make the retainer refundable, remove the retainer and leave the other protections in place. I think the current version is fine. Cool. So basically, this is how you can create the agreement, be it any agreement of service agreement, employment. I think employment I need to add, uh, um, but I can add three, four more agreements to this entire thing, and then it should ideally be working fine. So this is how you can make the changes in the app in the contract. Then so now if I go to the documents and let's just do a refresh. So it says service agreement between Mohit Garg and Divti Goyal. Either you can resume the chat. Okay, the chat has gone. I think I need to fetch the last information. Okay. And so if you see here, it says 9 clauses and when it was created and the version number. The version number is important that you created it and if you made any changes. And then you have the option of quick edit, that if you want to change something uh, in the clause without going into the nitty gritty of the agreement, you can do it right from here. So if I want to supposedly, we will go to general provisions. If I don't want this waiver section, I can just do that. It's quick edit. I can just remove the waiver section and do refresh. So general provisions updated. So the waiver section will be gone from this entire clause part. So the thing is, this entire clause and their sub clauses have been made in a modular structure so that the AI can also understand, and something that the user can also edit and uh, do or check this very fast. Some of the things I am also thinking is like once the document is created, if you want a summary of something, that might show up here, and that would be a good idea. Otherwise, one click here and you can see this entire contract in the app. Few thing I can also think of is if I want to be able to export this app or agreement, I should be able to do that. I think I should put in some what should I say? Like I think I should put some export button, and then but I think export will then make our app non reusable, wherein people just click on export and they get the document and they start working themselves, but which might not be that great. And okay, so this is how you can do it, and changes the entire thing. And this will be the final page. Sorry, this will be the final content, wherein you can go to specific clauses and check that. Okay, and few things that I saw that I should include is mhm. So few things I saw that in the document I need now go to sign, like something I can show here as a button that go for signatures or send for signature button. I think that would be the next part, wherein we put send for signature, and then there will be a screen that whom do you want to send it, or you want to edit the information of whom you want to send that this agreement for signing. Then I need to integrate uh, phone, SMS, or emails, or um, WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp would be better to send notification that someone has sent you a contract for signing, and please send that. Okay, hi Pushkar. So this is the idea now. What do you have? Man, seriously, like, like you, like this is your क्या बोले क्या uh, like this is your caffeine. Like you want to just see the specs and then be like, okay, one day I will go there, and you will definitely reach it anyhow. Okay. And okay, iOS services. And okay, where's the document screen? Screen settings. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Let's see, check the document screen. Okay, and floating button, column, scaffold, children. And let me just put this for now. And why there is no change? Okay, let me check this. Hmm. Expanded. Okay, no, this is not the one. Uh, yeah, document viewer is the one. Section card, document parser, document viewer screen. Yeah, so this is the one. Document header, screen, then let's put here. Okay, this is, I think this is because this is sliver. Yeah, render sliver. Okay. Let me ask Opus to it. Can you add this button to go for signing on the document viewer page? Okay, while this is happening, I think I should create the okay, well, some of the things uh, that I need to do on the application part is now I have to create this Dhara review and pay section. And hmm, I don't want it to download this. Uh, okay, and okay, supposedly if this is done, let me do a restart. should say that go for signing should be a constant button on the bottom and shouldn't require any scroll. Okay, let's say make the UI better. I think overall I have to make the UI better, but I don't know. I'm not feeling that great with the UI at the moment, so I think I will have to make UI better. Yeah, I think this is much better. And this looks better. Then I will say that you go for signing. And then, so this is how the signing page will look like. And let's say I want to copy this to this, or what option we have? Jules, Figma, copy, MCP. MCP is fine. Let's say that create a review and pay screen. Uh, create a review and print screen as per the image attached. It okay. It included a HTML. Doesn't provide image. No, it just gives the as per the HTML below. Okay, so while this happens, few things I need to think of making this my document section better. Let me check how. Um, so this is how it was supposed to be, but I am not feeling great about this one also. Uh, I think signature screen is one of the next one. Yeah, the home screen can also be changed. This like create new document thing. Mhm. The rent agreement is something I don't want to do in phase one. The reason being, it has state level provisions, and managing state provisions is tough. Uh, but employment contract and freelancing agreement contract or loan agreement is fine. I think employment contract is something I can add now. Then we have upload and review and renew agreement. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. So, okay, so it should now navigate the application. So this, okay, this is no. Okay, still working. Okay, again, let's just restart the app and documents. Yeah, so this is how we will see. Okay, okay, this is fine, and I need to show um, party information that is involved in the uh, yeah. So this looks nice. Like, let's say I want to show the signatories slash party involved in the document below the service agreement title. I think Aadhaar is fine. A few things I wanted to also add is face verification, geocoding. I think I also thought of something else. Yeah, Aadhaar is fine. I think geocoding and few more things I think I had to add. Hmm. Okay, this is not good. Every document has a document ID and the parties associated with them use the Pisa API and points to get info about the uh, parties associated with the document. I think this ready thing can also be removed, and this icon also. I don't think we need icons and all. I don't need this, and I also don't need this. Yeah, just this much is fine. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I don't need this also, you know. Let's just let it be complete. Okay, it says it's done. So let's do this. Yeah, so we have signatories now, and let's say what if we add new contracts later in the MCP server. Is party the party slash signatories, uh, the party slash signatories UI dynamic to adjust itself. Signatories if loading panel out, okay, else if it's not bring left, right, bottom. Okay, nothing changed. Okay, signatories. What is this? Somebody. Okay. I think few things I can also do is summarize this or help me understand kind of a thing on all these okay, so I think it will make this dynamic now, and then we should see signatories, and then we should have add Aadhaar e-sign and few more verifications like geocoding. If the user wants to enable that, then face match or face verification. So when you add a new contract, okay, this is fine, and so yeah, this is working fine. I think this thing I can remove. Why is this somebody grid showing up? I have no idea. But let it be. Can we have more? Can we have two more options? Uh, can we have two more options in the services slash signing of enable geocoding for signatures, enable signatory face liveness check. Also put description below it on how these services help. So I think geocoding and liveness, like face liveness, this will ensure that the person who is actually signing on the other side is the person who intend to sign it. So the face live check will be extra, and then we will have geocoding check. I think geocoding I can do for free also. Okay, let's see the geocoding part. Few thing I'm thinking of adding is the summarize button here if you the user want to summarize this. Okay, it says it has been. Yeah, so geocoding for signatures. For UI not showing. Okay, so if I include this, okay, it will include a geocoding. I think other things I need to add tax and all, because these are services that you're providing from the app. Then I have to add GST and everything also. Then I have to invoice, issue an actual invoice, GST invoice to the person, which is now getting complex. I think Aadhaar should be. Mm, I think Aadhaar should be compulsory. I should think I should not allow anyone to disable Aadhaar. Okay, global direction is back. Uh, yeah, bro. So basically, I think almost 60-70% of the app is done, and so this is the home screen. I might change here this part, and then we have different document screen. The documents that you will be creating, this thing will again change a little bit, and then this is how you can view the entire agreement, which will have this entire agreement. Then if you want, you can change few things like scope of services and everything. If you click on this and you do a quick edit, then if I say I want to change this few thing, 3 revisions, and save, so scope of services, it will be 3 revisions. Now there are two ways to edit this, whether you want to do a quick edit directly as a form. Otherwise, you can just click on edit text and you can change the entire thing. That is also a possibility. And once this is done, you just go for signing and it will have signatories, and then we will have these options. Geocoding for signatures, face liveness verifies each signatory's physical present via real-time face liveness test, prevents impersonation, deep fake fraud, and if you include, and it will increase the amount, and I will then generate the payment, and then you go for signing. Now few things are still left, that since I am a company doing it, I have to include GST also, like you have on Zomato and everything. These part are still there that I need to integrate GST and everything. So I think GST would be 18%, but still that I need to do. Yeah, share screen, let me remove this. There's no share screen on here. So yeah, so this is the few things I am also thinking of integrating is if you want to do a real lawyers, if you want to go for a real lawyer review, that is something I am also thinking that uh, I should provide an option here, but it's fine for the time being. That is really good. I have a query. Are you using open source LLM or API? Yeah, so Mohit, basically the backend is something that I have been working on quite a lot of time. This is the backend that I have developed using I won't say using, like, for other projects. And yes, it uses OpenAI and Anthropic and Minimax, like different models it use for different purposes, and it manages this entire orchestration of creation of like for any AI request. Yes, the definitely I'm using LLM API, but the backend is little more than that. It knows what to do with which LLM, and make sure that the work gets done. So, and there are other things as well, like knowledge of acts and everything. Like, this is how the knowledge of acts will go into the LLM. There are file section, skill section, there are a lot of things. But using API costs more than training your own model, because government subsidized GPU. I'm not training any model, global direction. I'm not training anything. I'm just providing skill or direction to the LLM on how to create contracts, wherein these clauses are already written in the background with these kind of modular structure. So content is already there. The LLM just take that clause and put the information inside it. That's the only thing LLM is doing. It's not creating the entire contract from a blank page. It's not doing that. Clauses are already there as a repository. LLM just picks those clauses which are applicable to a case, and then, like, the same way you see this form here, the same thing, this is also a form for LLM, and it just, they do true false, or number of transition period, or whatever it's applicable to a case. It just changes these value and add the clause in the agreement. Nothing happening as such. uh, so LLM is just how LLM is working is, it is given a case, pick clause from the repository, put that information of the user, and done. I think you are using API. Yeah, for LLM, yeah, definitely. I'm using three LLMs here: OpenAI, then Anthropic, and Minimax. Definitely, I'm using three models APIs. So they use at the moment, the best one I'm using OpenAI, and then the Anthropic one. So these two work together to manage this entire thing. Okay, so this is done, and then I will go for signing, and then creation of the. I think before that I have to add the GST part. Mhm, mhm. I need to ask my CA also on how this happens, but I know this will be flat GST plus 18%. That's why I'm suggesting to train your model to, API billing is killer. Like, even if I train my model, I have to host it somewhere. Then also I need a cloud. See, I don't want to manage my own cloud or anything. And the API is something managed by Microsoft. I am not using OpenAI's. I am using Azure OpenAI. Since I am a Microsoft partner, most of these services are given to me by for free, idly free. Not, I won't say at a discounted rate already. So I'm not really concerned about cost at the moment. Since I'm a Microsoft partner, so they give me a lot of things at a very discounted rate. Uh, okay, let me say that. Please also add the GST for the final section. I think then you also have something like coupon code and something. I think that is something we can also think of, but at this moment, this much is fine. Okay. Uh, I think this is something I have to improve. This looks shit. I don't know why this is the kind of UI I have for documents. I think this can be done better. Mm. And I will change this part. I think this thing looks fine to me now, and maybe I will change a little bit here and there. Okay, so it says it's done. Where is GST? Don't your color chemistry is little bit boring. Color chemistry. I think you are saying theme. Yeah, bro. I think this thing I can change. I will change the theme and all everything later. I'm really not concerned about UI. There's the reason I'm not really concerned is because if for any reason I feel that this is not happening with as per my expectation. See, the point is the backend and front end has to talk to each other, and there's a lot of work on the backend side and on the logic side rather than on the UI. See, UI I can ask someone to build for me or later also. So that is why I'm not really concerned about UI at the moment. It's just you can think of UI as a placeholder folder for the time being. This will most likely change the UI part. The theme and everything will also most likely change. Yeah, so now we have GST 53.82, and if I just increase this, so 76.86 and 504. Okay. So as I said, see this face liveness check and Aadhaar e-sign and everything I have to also integrate. So I'm more focused on actual logic and working of the app rather than UI at the moment, which I know I can change anytime. If your backend and logic is working fine, UI is nothing, you can change it anytime. Okay, so this is done. I think this typography also I can just reduce a little bit. I think this text is quite big. Uh, so that can be changed a little bit. But yes, the typography theme is something a little odd, which I think I should work on. I will do that. Okay, what was left? Uh, create with AI, then okay. So I need to create my web page now so that I can start gathering some interest online and some waitlist for my beta version of the application. Uh, Dhara website, or I should do it in my web. Let's put Chrome and let's start Chrome. Okay. I want to see if the Flutter, uh, if the Flutter is working on web browser or not. Domain, have you bought? Yes. So Dhara.ai I bought. The Dhara.ai I bought. Which app you are using for agentic coding and vibe coding? 1 second. Okay. So it failed. Dhara login screen. It's saying get iOS. Hmm. I think I will create a React app or a Next.js app for this, for the web version. Hmm. Which app are you using for agentic coding, vibe coding? Uh, I just use this what is you call it? GitHub Copilot. Make changes in the application, but I wouldn't say this is entirely vibe coding. Like, see, I am a coder myself, so I wouldn't say this. I am completely vibe coding. I know what needs to be done. I don't tell it that okay, you start with this and you completely do it. I just tell it to uh, f- just do few things that I know I need to do in a certain way. It's not that it's completely vibe coding. But yes, I use GitHub Copilot a lot. Okay, so this is not working on Chrome. I can see, but you how fast is matters in this age. Definitely, man. Like, I don't want to. If you are still writing code by hand, it doesn't make sense. But have you decided for payment gateway? Are you considering a subscription model too? Uh, so so global direction. The problem with this is Apple takes 30% of your revenue, which I want to evade. So I don't want to pay 30% to Apple for every transaction that happens through the app. Some way I want a way to evade that. And yes, so I'm thinking of using Razorpay, and then basically when you go to the checkout page, okay, sorry, when you go to the checkout page, then it will take you to a web link. See, anything works other than Apple takes 30%, which is bullshit. Like, what you're taking is like almost 30% of my business. So Razorpay, cash free, or like anything will work, but not Apple. So what will happen is that I will just do go for signing, and it will say pay 33 and generate. It will create the link, and it will open a web Safari or something, a web page or URL, and you pay it there, and that payment will be reflected here. So I think that is the way that you can evade Apple's 30% cut, because if I start adding 30% cut, that means if this is 353, then it will become 453. Like almost one third is gone to Apple, which makes no sense. So that's the idea, that you click on here, I will create a link. It will open a Safari or something, and you pay there on the web page or the web link, and it will reflect here automatically. Yes. So, man, tell that to Apple. I don't know why Apple is charging. Yeah, so subscription. I have thought of subscriptions, but I don't think I will do it at the moment. Uh, I think your question will be that a lot of people will start making documents, and they might not even use they start taking documents, and they will export it without even using the payment or signature part. So that is why I thought that for the time being there will be no export of this agreement in a doc file or a PDF file. And so no subscriptions at the moment, but I will put a cap that you can only have 3 draft documents uh, until you pay for them or something like that. I think subscription doesn't make sense at the moment, because I will not have a lot of contracts early on, just 4 or 5 contracts that everyone execute on a daily basis. So subscriptions doesn't make sense at the moment. Maybe later, if one of the things that I have in the pipeline is this contract review thing, this contract review part, which I need to build. I have not thought of how to build this currently, but if I am able to build this before that, then I will have a subscription, and then I can say that you can create 3 to 4 documents. You can have 10 contract reviews, and you can talk to an AI and everything. So that makes sense through a subscription, but um, early on, I don't know how to monetize a subscription. Yeah, so this is the case. Other than that, I think if you are talking about money alone, I think better options would be that I put contract review. Why don't you integrate? Yeah, that is possible. See, problem is not about review, but it's about teaching AI how to review a specific contract. If I am only creating 5 contract for my app for the time being, I cannot ask it to review any kind of or I should be specific that these are the 5 kind of contracts the AI can review, because that is how I have taught it to review it. The problem is I need to write then the backend code and the skill around it on how to review specific contracts, on what to find where. So see, that will take time for me to do it. I will do it, but as I said, I don't have done it now. I will think about this. I can do it definitely, but I have not thought about it yet. So yes, yeah. So basically, good points. But it's just that I have not uh, integrated this at this moment. The review part is here, which is does nothing at the moment. There's no nothing happening. New document review contract is just opens the same screen, so I have to do that. Hmm. Now I think I think a lot of things are done. this thing I want to really change. I don't know how I can change this, uh, make it better. Mm. But I think for the revenue part, we can also think of integrating services like whether you want a notary signature, and do you want an actual lawyer to review it. These kind of add-on services can also be provided. That would be a better option, I think. But when you're creating apps like this, there are a lot of legal angles also. Like I have to now issue actual invoices, which are legal invoices, GST invoices to the party who is paying me. Then I have to keep a record of the uh, all the agreements and payments that were done. And then I have to build the terms of service and then privacy policy and everything also. So there's a lot of work in that angle as well. Have you added suggestion tool on how to frame a doc, like for example, rental agreement? Please usually do 11 months, not straight to 12, but genuine user ask AI to make it 12 months. Hmm. I think these are I think these are tough to integrate initially. Like you do it for 11 months and not 12 months and everything. Suggestions, like you can think of this later, like what are the real world case suggestions that an AI can give to a user when executing a rental agreement or NDA or service agreement or anything of that sort. These can be, I think these can be included later on. I don't want to do it in the first one. The You can do a lot of things. Uh, all suggestions are great, but the thing is, if you make the first app really complex, no one will use it. So I want to make the first app really simple, and then keep on adding or changing things as per the feedback that I get. Like you I cannot win if I do multiple things in the first iteration. And then also think that if I want to do at that level of scale, then I need funding and everything. So there are other problems also. This is not something I can manage myself, the entire thing. Okay, this thing I have, let me, this was the one, right? I was working on. Let me ask it to, where is my screen? Uh, can you make the document cards in the document screen better, polished, and impactful? They look very bland at the moment. Hmm. Like one thing is why I am getting completed here and not it says in progress here. I think that is something I also need to check. It might be a bug or the AI is doing that. At least it should say drafted, not in progress. And then like the stages will be drafted. and then it goes for like uh it goes for signing, then how many people has done the signing and stuff like that. And then once everyone has signed it, it says final signed and stamped or something of that sort. So I think this life cycle or the stage at which the document is, I need to make this better. It just changed to the mm, okay. Mhm. Okay, I think I will rework on this UI part and think of how I can make this better, or what information should be shown. I think I will hire someone to make UI for me. Hmm. Cool. I will think about this and how to make this better, because I don't have any specific answer for this. Then I have to integrate the Aadhaar e-sign. I need to now read the documentation of signatures, and I don't have an answer for this. So I think in the next stream or tonight, once I'm done with the documentation of Aadhaar e-sign, and also I think DGO gives you the API to for e-signatures. I think I will look at that, the DGO API, and then we can start integrating the e-sign actual. I think geocoding is fine. Geocoding I can do myself. Face liveness check is something I think Microsoft has a service of face liveness check. Then I will use Microsoft service for face liveness check. Okay, cool. I will schedule the next stream, guys. Thank you. Bye.